guys, and welcome back to my channel. The setting for today's video is a little bit different. As you can see, I am in a kitchen. So today, instead of doing something with makeup, I'm going to be showing you guys how I meal prep for the week in college. If you saw my video where I talked about organization for taking 22 hours in college, this is how I stay organized as well. So what I'll do is, since I don't necessarily have time to cook during the week, since I get home on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5, and then at Tuesdays I have class at 7 online, I always plan and cook all of my meals on the weekend so that when I get home and it's dinner time, I can just pop my meal in the microwave and I'm ready to go. It saves so much time and it makes things a lot easier. So I'm gonna take you on the journey with me this week and show you how I cook my meals and what meals that I'm cooking for the week. Okay, so I'm first bringing you over to the fridge because that's where the first items are. I've already prepped the first things that I'm gonna show you. I've prepped my breakfast at the very beginning of the semester for the first few weeks in. I like to make smoothies in the morning, so let me show you what I've done. If you can see at the bottom of my freezer right there, there's a bunch of bags of frozen, pre-cut, pre-prepped fruit. So what I did at the very beginning of the semester was I bagged up a bunch of fresh fruit and I put it in the freezer so that in the mornings all I have to do is take out the fruit and put it in a blender with some milk and some yogurt and I'm good to go for breakfast. It is so easy. Let me show you my favorite flavor combination. So I have my favorite flavor combination out. It is the pineapple mango one, and I will make one tonight and just go ahead and show you what it looks like. So the first thing I'm doing is pouring my lactose-free milk into the blender and then popping in half a cup of Greek yogurt. And then I just go ahead and put in a little bit of my protein powder and then dump in my fruit that I'm going to use. And then I push the milkshake button because I find that works best. And then my smoothie is done. And there we have it. There is my smoothie all blended up, and that's what I do in the morning for breakfast every day. Now I'm going to show you the other meals that I have. So for lunch, I normally don't actually eat lunch because I'm at class all day, so I'm not here for lunch. I do, however, have little snack foods that I'll eat throughout the day if I have time to grab something out of my bag. I usually have shelled pistachios. I really like those. Or I like pecans. I have a bag of pecans right now on my shelf that I've been eating. And sometimes I even just take like a little Lara bar. My favorite flavors are the cashew cookie ones, and I also really like the apple cinnamon one. Where I work also has like little snack foods that I can have, so sometimes I have just like a little healthy snack. I'm gluten free, so as long as it's gluten free, if it's a little like healthy snack, I'll eat that instead of a lunch. So for dinners, what I'm gonna have this week, the first thing that I'm going to be making is tilapia over a bed of jasmine rice. So I'm gonna have that, I think, 3 or 4 nights. I haven't decided yet, but if you wanna see how I make that and prep it, then go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so my apartment doesn't have a pantry, and I have 3 other roommates, so 4 total. So we have to have somewhere to put all of our food because our cabinets have all of our dishes and then our spices. So we had to have somewhere to keep our food, but keep it separate from each other. So we decided on this like cart thing. It's not a cart, it's a shelf. I don't know why I said cart. And we each have a shelf because there's 4 of them. So mine is the very top one. So this is all my stuff. So what I need for the meal off of the shelf is the rice, which is why I brought you over here. But I also just wanted to show you how we have our food organized in the apartment. So I already have the rice on the stove, and while it's boiling, I'm going to add butter and garlic powder to a bowl and melt them together because I like to pour this over the rice after the rice is all boiled and ready to go. While the rice is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and start on my other meal. The other meal that I'm going to have this week is little pizzas. So since I'm gluten-free, I can't have regular pizza crust, so the easiest way that I've found for me to make little pizzas is to use corn tortillas to make pizzas. So this is how I make my pizzas gluten-free. So I'm setting my oven to 375 and then spraying my pan and laying out the tortillas onto the pan, and then I am going to spread my pizza sauce all over the tortillas And then I just take shredded cheese and put it on top of all the tortillas in just piles. And then I go back and spread it out with my hands. And then I like to put a little bit of garlic salt on there as well. Now I'm just dumping the butter into the rice and mixing it all together. And this is what it looks like. Now that my oven is heated up, I'm putting in the pizza and just letting it cook for about 15 minutes or so. I'm also going to make some gluten-free mac and cheese. And now I'm just seasoning up the tilapia with Roadhouse seasoning and rubbing it all over there while the macaroni is boiling. And here I'm just putting my rice into the containers. And now I am making the macaroni the way that the box says to prepare it, which means adding about 4 tablespoons of butter, some milk, which again I'm using my lactose-free milk, and then just pouring the seasoning packet and mixing it all together until it melts. And then I'm going to put a little bit of that in each of the little containers that I prepare meals in as well, and I do have a lot of leftovers, which is nice. Now I'm just cutting up my pizzas, and then I'm putting 2 little pizzas in each container. I made 6 little pizzas, and then that is my pizza meal. So now to cook the tilapia, I am putting spray onto this George Foreman grill, and I just let it grill for about 5 minutes, and then I put it over the bed of rice, and then that is all of my meals. So that is how I gluten-free meal prep for an entire week of college. It really helps me out, like I said at the beginning of the video, because I am taking so many hours, and even if I weren't taking this many hours, I would still do it. It has been so helpful this semester. It's the first semester that I have started doing it, and this coming up week is the 4th week of classes, and I've done it every single week, and it has been amazing. I would highly recommend this to anybody who is in college or anybody who lives a busy lifestyle in general. This has made my life so much easier during the week when I am too busy to cook a meal. I still want to get like good meals throughout the week, so this way on the weekends I can spend this time I can spend time on the weekends doing my meals, so during the week I can focus on my schoolwork. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know that it was different than most of the videos that I post, but if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and maybe I can do another video like this in the future with different meals. So if you'd be interested in seeing another one of these, then just give this a thumbs up or let me know in the comments below. Go ahead and subscribe if you aren't already, and go enter my giveaway if you haven't entered it yet. It will be linked in the description bar below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my next video. Bye!